There's a deacon in Louisiana married with 8 young children who recently had a problem with the pipes at his house so that they could only use water for 1 hour before there would be a lake in their front yard. And it would take a whole day for the water to recede and they could use it again. So during that hour, they're washing their clothes, they're doing dishes, whatever, taking showers, whatever they need to do. They had an hour a day to do it. So we got some estimates. The first guy comes and checks it out and says, yes, I can fix your problem, but it's going to cost thousands of dollars. So he gets a second estimate. This guy says, yes, I can fix your problem for less than the first guy, but it's still going to be thousands of dollars. So they try a third person. He says, oh, I can fix it for less than the second guy, but it's still going to be thousands of dollars. Thankfully, the deacon had a friend who came over, and they started looking at the situation together, and with a little bit of common sense and ingenuity, $80 in parts later, they had it fixed. That's about right. That's about right. How often do you and I choose one of only 2 options? Either we decide, well, I don't know how to fix this problem, and it's not affecting my lifestyle too much, so we'll just not worry about it. Or I'll just hire somebody to fix it. We usually think there's only one of 2 options: shrug it off or pass the buck. But there's actually this third option: team up with someone and get after it. Jesus in the gospel is telling us, if you have a problem with someone, if there is someone in your community who's doing something harmful, don't go for the nuclear option right away. Reach out and take it step by step to try and resolve the problem. Step by step, little by little, let's see if we can take care of it ourselves. Let's see if we can learn how to resolve this problem. At my very first assignment as a priest in Trinidad, Colorado, 2 things were happening that I didn't know how to handle. I was getting lots of calls. Father, my house is haunted, please come over. Oh, sure, be right there. The other one was, I was having women asking for appointments and in my office through copious tears saying, Father, is there any way God can forgive me for my abortion? I was getting lots of both, but they didn't train me how to deal with this in the seminary. There wasn't Haunted Houses 101 at St. Paul Seminary. So I could have said, oh, I'm sorry, they didn't train me for that. Oh, I'm sorry, I don't know how to help you. Or just pray, it'll be fine. Or you need to call someone else. That's what I could have done, and I know lots of places handle it that way, which is very sad because people don't get the help that they need. And it just gets worse, or they go for help somewhere that's not good for them. So what I did was I started doing my homework. I found reputable Catholic sources that I could study on these 2 situations, and I found people who are trusted experts in these fields that I could consult, and little by little, step by step, teaming up with a little bit of common sense and ingenuity, I figured out how to help these people who were coming to me. So I went from incompetent to competent by a simple process. And after years of doing this, it's relatively easy because I learned how to do it. And I could even show others. This is the message I want to give to our parish. It was about 10 years ago where I had the rude awakening, the realization that people are leaving the church in droves. And we don't know how to handle it because we've never been taught how to evangelize. 94% of Catholics admit, no one has taught me how to evangelize. It used to be that we didn't need to. People just showed up and we took care of them. But it's different now. It's different. So this parish, like most parishes, has the majority of parents dropping off their kids for religious education to prepare for sacraments, but the families aren't going to Mass, and after the kids receive the sacraments, they disappear. So we are actually doing them a disservice because we are not helping them come to faith in Jesus Christ. It is a disservice. It is a broken system that we should fix. If we love these people, if we love them, we will give them something better than what we're giving them, which means we need to learn how to evangelize these families, these parents, and how to form children in such a way that they will choose for themselves to be lifelong followers of Jesus in the church. We do not want to lose anyone else. And we do not want our children to get swallowed up by this world and taken advantage of by a corrupt culture. It is our responsibility to help these families, to help these parents, to help these children, but that means we're going to have to learn how to do it. We shouldn't just shrug it off, and we shouldn't pass the buck. Here in Montrose, this is my responsibility. This is my new challenge that I have to figure out. It feels like I'm trying to wake up a sleeping giant. There is so much potential here. There is so much potential for greatness in all of you. I see it every day, but I haven't figured out how to tap into it yet. I haven't figured out how to wake you up yet and get you on mission with me. I haven't figured out how to help us stop making excuses. I don't know how to evangelize. You do it, Father. Thanks. Thanks, but I'd rather have your help. I can't do it without you. It's too much. But with you, we can do it. So here's my new learning curve. I have to figure out how to galvanize and mobilize an army of lay apostles who will be on mission to evangelize. That's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to figure out. We're going to do it together. With a little bit of common sense and ingenuity, we're going to take those steps and find a simple process to make it happen. Did you notice what the Lord told you in the first reading? This is directed at you personally. You, I have appointed watchmen. This is by your baptism. You, I have appointed watchmen. That's for you. What is a watchman? Well, when a city needs to protect itself so it can survive and thrive, there's a watchman on the tower scanning the horizon. Because if allies and supplies are coming, they need to open up the gates to receive it for their health, their vitality. But if enemy forces and dangers or threats are arriving, they need to batten down the hatches and prepare for war. That's the job of the watchman. And you and I, by our baptism, are supposed to be watchmen. And what does that look like in our daily reality? Every single day. God, what are you up to so I can cooperate? What are the good things that are coming to me for my strength and vitality so that I can receive them? And God, what is the enemy up to so I can reject it, so I can defend against it, so I can resist evil and not let it come into my castle? No evil gets to come into our castle, only good. But we have to be on our guard. We have to be scanning the horizon. We need to be discerning. This is our daily discernment. What is God up to so we can cooperate? What is the enemy up to so that we can resist? This is our first step so that each one of us can be strong enough and healthy enough to learn how to evangelize. We are going to go from incompetent to competent through a simple process, step by step, teaming up together. We are not going to ignore this problem, and we're not going to expect someone else to fix it. You and I are going to do it.